The question asks about how illogical the conclusion is. That means the question is asking about the flaw in the argument. The conclusion is that being a crew member was not much more dangerous than being a passenger. The missing link is between about the same number of passengers and crew members getting killed when the ship sank, and the conclusion that being a crew member was not much more dangerous than being a passenger. Our broad expectation from the correct answer choice is that it should be something on the lines of ignoring the total number of passengers among which these many deaths took place and the total number of crew members among which these many crew members were killed. Or in other words, our expectation is that the correct answer choice should talk about the argument ignoring the death rate among equal size of passengers and crew members. Answer choice A. The argument talks about the number of deaths of crew members, and these deaths, that is 735, includes all types of crew members. So the deaths among crew members who were not required to help with evacuations, this number has already been accounted for in the argument. So this information is not a flaw in the argument. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice B. The argument compares the number of deaths of passengers and crew members and says that being a crew member was not much more dangerous than being a passenger. However, the argument does not suggest among how many crew members 735 deaths took place or among how many passengers 832 deaths took place. If there are, let's say, 1000 crew members and out of those 735 are getting killed, and let's say if there are 5000 passengers among which 832 passengers are getting killed, it means that being a crew member is much more dangerous than being a passenger. In such a case, the conclusion will not hold. Picking a different set of numbers may yield a different judgment about the conclusion. So the flaw in the argument is that it does not talk about the total number of crew members or the total number of passengers, or it does not talk about the number of deaths in the equal size of the groups of passengers and the groups of crew members. This flaw is correctly identified in answer choice B because it talks about comparing how many members of each group died per 100 rather than comparing the total number of deaths. So this answer choice indicates how illogical the conclusion is. A good answer choice. Let's keep this on hold. Answer choice C. The argument is concerned with the number of deaths because of the ship sinking. So the number of deaths due to other reasons apart from the ship sinking has no bearing on the argument. So this answer choice does not indicate the flaw in the argument. Let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice D. This answer choice talks about calculating the difference between the number of deaths among passengers and the number of deaths among crew members as a percentage of the total death count. In other words, this answer choice says that instead of quoting 832 and 735, the argument should quote 832 as a percentage of the total number of deaths. That means percentage of 832 plus 735. Even if such a number is expressed, it will not change any factual information. It will only change the expression of these numbers. So this answer choice would provide no useful information and would have no bearing on the argument. So this answer choice fails in identifying the flaw in the argument. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice E. The argument talks about two groups of people, that is passengers and crew members, and compares the danger in the two groups. Whereas this answer choice talks about only one group, that is crew members. So this answer choice would have no bearing on the argument. So let's eliminate this answer choice. B is the correct answer choice.